Okay, it's about time now to play a track by my band, Robots in Disguise. My dad once said to me that I couldn't make a living from pop music and boys. I'm not really sure why he decided to warn me that I couldn't make a living from boys, because a strange combination, but I could see where he was going with the pop music. I was pretty obsessed with both, really. Anyway, I mean, I'm trying my best to do that, and so I thought I'd play the track Boys by Robots in Disguise. Shape, synthesis, sinew, bass, metal, we like. That was Boys by Robots in Disguise. You're listening to Sue Denim from Robots in Disguise. Yeah, you can work it out for yourself, really, but I mean, that is one of our earlier feminist statements. I always kind of feel that just being in an all-girl band is a feminist statement, which is, I mean, we've kept it to all girls. It was like, when we were looking for a drummer for our live band, we were insistent that it had to be a girl, and I think that just keeps the strength, because it's still pretty rare to find, all-girl bands out there. I mean, it's not totally rare, but we're definitely still in the minority, so we still need some positive discrimination going on. So, yeah, that was Boys, and from that, I'm going to play another song by Robots in Disguise, which is called Girl. So, two feminist statements of different natures in a row. Okay, while we're still on the topic of when Robots in Disguise first formed, and although we've jumped from obviously one of the earlier songs, Boys, to more recent song, Girl, but we started out in London, and we were kind of hanging around with a bunch of other musicians, obviously Chris Corner from Sneaker Pimps and IMX, and various other artists and musicians, Noel and Julian from the Boosh, Nemo. I'm going to play a song by Nemo, actually. This is also produced by Chris Corner, and I just thought it fitted into this programme because it's called Memory Box. It was the only song that Chris ever produced for them. Chris has been our producer for the last 3 albums, was also my boyfriend for a long time, but isn't anymore. Yeah, this is called Memory Box by Nemo.
My memory box. My memory box.
So that was Memory Box by Nemo, produced by Chris Corner. On the subject of which, if I'd done this all spiel a couple of years ago, I probably would have filled it up with songs, relating to me and Chris being together, all the romantic little things, how we got together, this kind of stuff. It was quite difficult even knowing whether to play anything by him or not today, but he was a very important part of my life. I'm going to play something by Chris. This is Empathy by Sneaker Pimps. Who's now a very good friend of mine called Sarah Maguire, who actually the first time we met we were both completely wasted, and it was a very, very messy night, and I didn't ever think we'd be friends after that night. But the second time we met, she'd gone straight, and it really influenced me, and when me and Chris split up, I thought I had to do something or I might end up going off the rails. So that's what I did. And yeah, I'm going to play a song by Sarah. She's just recently recorded this song, I think in the last week. It's very new, and it's kind of all about the quest for truth, and it's called The Mirror Never Lies. This is The Mirror Never Lies by Sarah Maguire.
The truth exists in moments.
So that was The Mirror Never Lies by Sarah Maguire, produced by Gordon Raphael. who was also producer of The Strokes and lots of other bands. He's also done a couple of demos for me for my new solo project, which I'm going to talk about a little bit now. Well, yeah, I've had a lot of time on my hands, basically, in the last year and a half. The famous last year and a half of Sue Denim's life. Yeah, so there's been a lot of time on my hands, a lot of emotions knocking about, and lots of stuff to write about. I've been writing a lot of songs, and they're not all suitable for Robots, because, Robots is generally not too miserable, pretty fun, party stuff. It's party stuff, but it's deeper than that. There's politics behind it, but it's not therapy taped. My Sue and the Unicorn stuff is definitely more kind of little personal stories, I guess. Little songs at the moment that I enjoy playing on my own with a guitar. Sometimes people come and sing with me and play guitar with me, and it's just kind of really fun, no pressure. I'm not planning to record anything at the moment, or I'm just doing a few gigs here and there and playing music with friends. But I'm going to play one of my songs. This is called We Don't Want to Leave Eden, Sue and the Unicorn. I was going to play Goody Two Shoes by Adam Ant to finish, so I was just going to mention that I was going to play it, because I just don't have room to play all the stuff I wanted to play. I've got a whole list of stuff I could have mentioned. I don't think I've even got room to mention it all, let alone play it. But instead, I want to play another Robots song, because, we don't get played enough on the radio anyway, although we do get played a lot by Motor, I have to say that. We love Motor. But generally, if I can get the chance to play my own stuff on the radio, I really should. So, and this song is talking about living in Berlin. We recorded the last album in Berlin. It was really a great place to write and record, and not too many distractions, a lot of inspiration. Yeah, I'm still living in Berlin. I love Berlin at the moment, and I want to play this track. It's called I Live in Berlin by Robots in Disguise. You've been listening to Sue Denim on Ohrspiel. Thanks for listening.